Yeah, Denver's best music, Mix 100. No, I am not the voice of Mr. Jeremy Paget. He is, not feeling too hot.
He's sick today.
He is sick today. And the trooper, oh my gosh, Katie, this guy comes in so early. He comes in here before us every single day. And by the time I got in this morning, I already had a text from him. And he was saying, listen, guys.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I can't go on.
No.
I can't keep doing this. And so he is unfortunately going to have a sick day today. And we feel so bad for him. And I also feel bad because I might have been the one that got him
sick. I know.
Sick.
You said that after he left. And I was like,
I
Josh?
know.
Like, he thought this whole time it was his little kiddo. And here Josh comes in. He's like, actually, I may have been the one who got him sick. Oh, my gosh. But
and I really hope I'm not. But, like, after... What was this? It was last Saturday. So last week we had that super, super fun St. Patrick's Day parade and everything like that. And we were shaking hands and kissing babies. And I was around a lot of people in downtown Denver that might have been sick. I don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Yeah.
And so unfortunately, that's when I started feeling sick. I felt pretty yucky last week. And I tried my best to not like breathe on you guys, but we're in close quarters here. So I don't know. I'm hoping that I didn't get him sick. And I'm still nasally. Like, I can still hear myself right now. You're
still like a little congested.
Kind of trying to get over it. I feel a lot better, obviously. I got better over the weekend, but are you feeling okay?
No,
Hopefully
I'm fine.
still.
It's funny because you say that you tried not to get us sick, and I didn't feel it. I've been taking a lot of extra emergency. I've been taking extra vitamins.
Okay.
I've been taking care of myself, but I feel like Jer got it from both sides.
I know.
So he got you here. He's got the kiddo at home.
He was doomed.
There's no place safe for him.
He was doomed to start.
Exactly. And it's funny. You mentioned I came in today, and we always have the same exchange when we see each other, and it's like, what up? And I'm like, what up, homie? And he's like, oh. And I was like,
no.
Oh, you're really sick today. Like that.
Shoot.
You're really feeling under the weather. So we hope the best for Jeremy, of course. Hopefully he'll be back with us tomorrow. But he did have to take a sick day. And that is very unlike Jeremy.
So never happens.
We're all kind of just like, well, we're going to roll with it today. So thanks for listening to JKJ.
Yeah, we just got the KJ today. And obviously, if you are watching us on the YouTubes, we got our stream up and live, of course, brought to you by Safeway. At Safeway, you can shop online and get easy delivery for free pickup. Get the same prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. Shop our weekly ad, clip deals, and earn points. Get started at Safeway.com or in the Safeway app. I bring up our app right now and then also on YouTube because we have a third guest still, Katie.
We do,
Who is our third guest? I need you to introduce this guy.
He hasn't really told us his name, but he is a chicken.
He is a good listener. Oh, my goodness.
He's a stuffed chicken that somebody brought into the studio, and he is always hanging out. And so I was like, you know what? Now's your time to shine, chicken.
Is he a chicken or a goose or a duck?
He looks like a rooster, actually, because he's got the flap on top of his head.
He does.
So I don't know.
Look at that.
I don't
That's cute.
know what he actually is, but he's hanging out, and he's going to be here for the whole show. So
well, yeah, if you are on YouTube,
up?
he's got the headphones on. He's got the mic pointed in his direction. I can even turn the mic on if we want, but
he's not going to say much.
I don't think he's going to be saying much at all. My goodness. Well, Katie, I want to talk about yesterday a little bit because we had a packed day, and it was so much fun. We had Mark Sibilia in yesterday, and we had, 35 people in the show or in our building yesterday to come listen to him. Those were the winners. We were doing that giveaway, the prize to come here and listen to Mark Sibilia, who crushed it.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. That dude can sing. He is talented as all get out. And on top of that, he's such a nice guy. He took the time to take the pictures. He took the time to talk with people, and that was so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, he honestly brought such a great show, and it was the first ever JKJ Headliner Hangout. Thank you, everyone who showed up. Anna, Grace, Kim, Vanessa, Mickey, Major, Karen, and that's just a few of the names that I remember. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. I'm getting
There were so many people, and they were so awesome. Like, I do know, I'm going to give a shout out to Josh, because obviously another Josh.
You remember that name.
Yes, obviously. Yeah, Josh and his wife and their little baby. Oh, my goodness.
That baby stole the show.
First of all, the most well-behaved child I've ever seen, because we were playing music, and the music was through a speaker, and it was loud-ish.
Yeah.
And, babies don't always handle loud music very well. perfectly well behaved.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
That was a great baby.
It was, though.
It was
I mean,
a great
seriously.
baby. And then we had Major was another little kid
Oh
that
my
showed up, and
gosh.
he was all of like what 5.
Had to be.
Jasmine was his mom, and I just love
adorable.
He had his hair.
Yes.
Dyed for
Yep.
Mix 100 colors.
It was
he showed up like that.
Perfect. And he was so cute.
Good.
He came up to me afterwards because we were taking pictures with everybody as well. And he came up to me. He's like, Josh, thanks so much for having us. And I was like, Major.
Yeah.
Of course, buddy. Are you kidding me?
Major, you're
so much
adorable.
fun.
And you know what everybody really loved was the Brothers Barbecue.
Oh,
I mean,
my gosh.
we brought them in and we had Brothers Barbecue, a spread that was to die for. Oh, they had the sausage and the chicken and the mac and cheese and the potato salad. You made a
So
mad
good.
dash for that potato salad.
I don't know. And
saw
I
you.
asked yesterday as I was eating it, I was like, does this make me old? I love potato salad.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. And I don't know why. I didn't really even grow up eating it. So I don't know why, but they had it. They had like the spicy barbecue sauce, the regular, the sweet and tangy,
mustard.
the
I
mustard.
love the mustard.
Oh my gosh! And then on top of that, they had like the burnt. It was like the burnt end sausages or whatever on the side. Like, Katie, I went back for seconds after
I'm
everybody
sure.
had gone. It was so flippin' good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And then on top of that, their pulled pork, everything. So huge shout out to Brothers Barbecue for helping cater that and make it a great day for everybody. Everybody came around lunchtime, and you're hungry around that time.
Yeah.
We had some people coming during like work lunch, and they were like, "Hey, how long is this going to go? I do have to get back to work." We had people that had off days. I mean, it was awesome to have everybody here eating lunch and listening to great music. I mean, it was fantastic.
Thank you,
loved
everyone who showed up. And you can still go see our pictures if you'd like over on our Instagram at Jeremy, Katy, Josh if you were part of the festivities or you want to see what it was all about or you want to be a part of the next one. You can get
we're going to do it again, right?
We're doing it again. And so just make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook at Jeremy, Katy, Josh. But yeah, a great time had by all. We had so much fun.
Absolutely. And we're going to limp through today. We're going to do our best. Obviously, we're missing Jeremy today, but we're still going to have a lot of fun with you. We are still going to obviously do the code play for Coldplay. That is at 8:10. We're going to try Fast 5. I don't know. We're going to see if it works. It might be a total disaster, but we want to talk to everybody. So give us a call around 7:30. Obviously, we're going to, I don't know, give it our best shot, Katie.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
We're going to give it a go.
We're going to give
Best
it a go.
college try.
But we do got to take our first look at traffic. So, Aaron, take it away, buddy. Denver's best music, Mix 100. It's just the KJ of the Jeremy, Katy, and Josh show because, unfortunately, Jeremy's a little sick today.
Jeremy's not feeling well.
Dude's a flippin' trooper, though, because he has come in this entire week, and he's been under the weather. It's just that time of year. I mean, sickness is going around, and it sucks. But, Katy, this is kind of a job where you can't miss a lot of time.
No.
I mean, you got to kind of pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get yourself into work. And it's one of those things that's so funny when we were going through that time, in 2020 and 2021 where everybody was working remote. I mean, during the COVID years, it was like no one came into work and all that stuff. We were here every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. None of our job changed at all. We were here and there was a lot less traffic, which was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you didn't have to fight to get into
work.
No,
we didn't have to at all, which was fantastic. But, yeah, Jared, we wish you the best, buddy. I know you'll be back tomorrow because you're such a workhorse, man. But
well, he is. And again, you hit the nail on the head with radio because we had an old boss here who used to call in sick. And I'm like, how have you made it this far in this industry when you call in
truly.
sick
I mean,
every week?
And you feel so guilty because, you really do. And it's so funny. We build such an amazing relationship with the people that listen to the show. And it's like we are this huge family that when you miss work, you feel guilty. You're like, oh my gosh, this is a huge part of people's day.
Yeah.
And when you're not there, you're like, it's like a, guilt. You're like, I should
FOMO,
be there. You
for
do.
Sure.
That's the word I was looking for. You totally have FOMO.
Yeah, absolutely have FOMO. But if you want to send your well wishes to Jer, he will surely appreciate them, and we might tell him. But you can always text us those or call us. The text line's open today. We want to chat with you.
Yes, please do. That's 303-691-1649. Please do text us because, again, we are live. We're not doing anything. No recordings here. We're live and local. That's what we like to say all the time. So even though it's 2/3 today, we're still going to do a dang trending report, Katy, and we're going to do it well.
We're doing it. Let's
go,
Josh.
We get to your local stuff, and we know we hit local heavy here. We love being able to let you know what's going on around the state of Colorado. I do want to do a quick little story because I found this interesting. So, happy hump day to everybody, first of all. It is Wednesday.
Happy hump day to you, Josh.
I am understanding that a lot of people, this is kind of when you start feeling burnt out because you're like, tomorrow's not Friday.
Yeah.
I have to go a whole nother day, and then it's Friday, and hopefully we'll make it to the end of the week. So, a study shows that about 33% of workers are now saying they're more burnt out at this time of year specifically, too, because we have the January time where it's like, new year, new exciting resolutions. Well, look, it's more than halfway through March right now.
Yeah.
The resolutions have gone to pot.
They have. Exactly.
A lot of people are not
if you're not
keeping up with
them
those.
still, they are gone.
And that's okay, but it's during this time of year, especially throughout middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, is when people are feeling really burnt out. Do you feel that, or do you? Because you're so happy. Jeremy and I talk about this all the time.
I know.
You're so joyous, so happy, which brings us into a good mood. So it's very what's the word? Infectious. Thank you.
Yes.
Which is good because if we were all kind of the way Jeremy and I were, we'd be a much more sad show.
Well, and that's the thing is I definitely have to talk myself up a little bit when I'm getting out of bed today was kind of like that.
So
well, no,
sense.
I mean, just getting out of bed today was like, oh, it is 4 a.m. I have to go and be a person now. I can't go to the bathroom and go back to bed. I actually have to do stuff.
Seriously.
And so there is a little pep talk that is involved some mornings, but I'm also just very grateful for what we get to do here every day. This is the best job ever. And I try really hard not to take that for granted. So that's a big reason I'm so happy is because we have a lot of fun here. It's hard not to be happy.
See, and that's the thing. A couple of the reasons here are heavy workloads and long hours. So people think, when we're on air, we're just on air for these 4 hours and things like that. But we are still working 7 to 8 hour days. We have hours of prep beforehand, and then we do hours of prep / production things and stuff like that after the show. I mean, I know we're building music logs. We're doing this, that, and the other thing, kind of pull back the curtains here. So we are still working a full day. It's more than just us being on the show. And, another thing is we get done around 11, 12, maybe 1 if we have a long work day. But that's earlier than most people get off work.
It is.
And so they think, you have so much time. I'll speak for myself. I won't speak for you. I'm exhausted by the time this show ends and by the time I actually finally get home.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way too? Because we get up so early and we get the show going and we have so much energy that by the time the show's done, I'm like, okay. Yeah. And then you can breathe and then the tired wave comes. Do you feel that too? Or are you just... bundle of joy throughout the day.
I definitely get that little like ho-hum feeling midday, but I'm loving this new book. Actually, we're all three of us are getting into it.
Jeremy doesn't think I am, but we are.
You are. Mel Robbins also touches on her 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 theory, and I implement that a lot in my life, where if I have something to do, I give myself a countdown, and by the time I get down to 1, I better get up and do it. And that's kind of after the show.
That's so
I have
funny.
to do that a lot.
Yeah.
I have to get my stuff done before I let myself rest, because I will fall asleep.
Yeah.
I will fall asleep.
No,
yeah.
it's insane.
So,
The way we work, yes, it doesn't seem like it's very physically taxing, and it's not. I'm not trying to, I know there's a lot of blue collar workers that listen to the show, and they do amazing work out in the world.
Yeah.
And yes, is our show, is our work easier than, and then, yes, we have the best job in the world.
Best job in the
this
world.
is, I am so excited for what I do every single day.
Same.
But the emotional and the mental taxation it takes, it does, and it's tough. Katie, I want to talk about our local stuff that we got going, because we brag about local trending all the time. What do you got for us?
Yeah, well, how about this? We've heard about 16th Street Mall, how they're revamping it. They've got a big reveal thing, an amp-up kind of party, May 30th, where they're going to kind of tell everybody, this is what we did to downtown. Come see us more. There is a gentleman in Denver who has an office downtown, and he thinks that he has a pretty good idea when it comes to what they can do to make downtown Denver specifically a lot more fun. So Ryan Ross is his name, and he's like, hey, we need a gondola. 16th Street Mall, why not make it a ski town? Yeah, he wants to add a 3-loop gondola system on the 16th Street Mall, which would provide on-demand transportation to within steps of wherever you want to go, anywhere in or near downtown. It would also be pretty neat. I don't know if you've ever, you know how to ski and snowboard,
well,
right?
Yeah, but I'm
You've
thinking,
ridden a gondola before.
Time out. I'm thinking gondola, though, because that's taking you up a mountain.
Yes.
Okay? So is this like, is this all level and it's just like 3 stories above you and it just goes around town and makes stops?
Yeah, they kind of did a little artist rendition of it, what they hope it would look like, and that's exactly what it is. It's just like a flat kind of surface, so it doesn't have any incline or decline.
I'm into
and
this.
it just takes you to where you need to go. So the shuttle for 16th Street Mall, kind of like that, but just suspended.
Okay,
is
so
what I imagine.
But that's okay. So the other thing is, for a gondola, you're going from point A to point B on a mountain, right?
Yes.
So is this going to be like, I don't know, a train or a bus where you're stopping at every stop? Because I don't know if I'd love that. Like, if you're stopping every block.
No, I think that's kind of their vision here. And
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. Well, but again,
that's a lot of stop and go. I might get some motion sickness up there.
Yeah, it is a lot. And I think people who are familiar and ride gondolas a lot, you get on this thing, it doesn't stop.
Yeah,
you get off,
point B.
It doesn't stop. It just keeps going. This would be a little different in the sense that it would stop so people could get off. But they're saying it would cost about $550 million to get approved. And I just think it's a really good idea to at least entertain. Maybe
I'm for that.
Do we need to do it? I don't know yet.
Do we want to do it, though? Yeah.
Exactly. Let's look more into it. They were doing a lot of stuff downtown, too. I was telling you about those boxes I saw. Oh, okay,
I'm sorry.
Neat.
You're really excited about this.
I want to go there.
Okay, because, Katie, I'm thinking about the way that the people that work there are just going to be annoyed as all get out with this. Like, you cannot be the person that is just screaming into these boxes, and then you're just, trying to work in your little office. That's all you hear. So I need you to explain these, because I just gave away a little hint about these things. What are these boxes? What do they do? And why are people screaming into them?
Yeah, so apparently they're just big boxes that come alive when you scream at them. I saw a video of a guy go down there and he was like, downtown Denver, let's wake up. And he screamed, and there's a level on the box that tells you how much louder you need to scream. And once you reach the top, the boxes actually open.
So you have to go even louder.
Animated, and they start singing. And
the people that work there love this.
One of those big, inflatable tube guys who you see
the wacky wavy inflatable tube man.
Exactly. He comes out of this thing. It is insane.
Do you know what this reminds me of?
Oh my gosh, what?
This is Monsters, Inc.
Yes!
Where you get Scream and it's powered by Scream.
Yes!
That's exactly what this is. It's real life Monsters, Inc.
Gosh, gosh, that's how they get energy is scream.
I don't know if I like this, though.
You're
It's
right,
just
though. You're right.
1,000 people screaming.
Those people downtown have got to be just annoyed by those boxes. But I really want to see them, Josh. Like, I can't.
Look.
Ever since I saw the video, all I can do is think about how I want to go downtown. I actually asked you to come with me, and you're like, I'm probably not going to do that, though. I'm not going to go scream in a box.
Take a video and let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, we're fighting sickness here. Obviously, Jeremy's missing today.
Yeah.
That's not sanitary.
That's to go
People
scream
are
in a
screaming.
box?
Spit comes out of your mouth when you scream. The flu bug comes out of your mouth when you scream. That's not sanitary.
Well, now you're just getting crazy. Now you're just getting picky, Josh.
Germs are everywhere, Katie. Come on. And that's at top of mind right now because we're missing 1/3 of our people, right? So
we are, but I'm going to go scream at that box.
You know what?
Hey,
more power to you. I will let you do that. Take a fun video, and I'll watch it, okay?
Okay. That
Perfect.
sounds good.
All right, there we go.
There we go. That's how
Problem
we got
solved.
that
What
done.
else you got?
Well, we're looking at this study about how much it takes to live the American dream in Denver. And this actually was pretty interesting to me.
Can I take a guess?
Yes.
How much it costs to live the American dream? Is this annually or just altogether?
This is annually.
Yes.
Yeah.
240,000.
Okay, that's over. So
that's actually
it's
good.
Less. It's actually less.
That's good.
Actually, that's a really large guess because number 1 on this list, the most expensive city to live in yearly is Washington, D.C., and they came in at $189,000. You need to make $189,000 a year to live the American dream in Washington, D.C. But across the nation, actually, the average is about $102,000. So you're going to need just over $100,000 to live comfortably, and the American dream is what we're going for again here. And when they talk about the American
Make something
dream,
of yourself.
they're calculating the cost for houses, for a married couple and children. But some of those things that they're taking into factor here are the cost of mortgage, the cost of sending your kids to school, groceries, all of the things, access to parks, all that stuff.
See, that seems so low to me, and that's interesting because, like, I grew up in Highlands Ranch. That's a Douglas County. That's an area that a lot of people have a decent income.
Yeah.
And you would think that the world we live in, especially with just inflation, it would be a lot more than just $102,000 a year to live that American dream. But I guess there's living the American dream and then lavishly living the American dream.
Yeah,
that's what you want. No one wants to live paycheck to paycheck. No one wants that, and that's the unfortunate reality for a lot of people in this world. I don't know. I think $100,000, that's definitely doable, though. I mean, that is really doable for a large percentage of people.
I think also dual income people, that's a little more easily feasible. But if you're that single income household, making $102,000 a year is... I mean, depending on what your, job is. But in Colorado, I just want to point out 102 is the national average. In Colorado, it's $50,000 more. It takes $152,000 to live comfortably in the state of Colorado. Denver specifically,
that's more like it.
$152,000. Even Colorado Springs coming out a little bit lower than that. It's like $145,000 to live in Colorado Springs. But that's still, I thought it'd be a lot cheaper to live there, but apparently not.
But you got to take into account, I mean, think about this, like the average house, like to buy, I mean, is like $700,000 right now. So to put what you want to put comfortably down 20%. I mean, that's what you want. Like, you got to think about these things. And I was thinking $100,000, that ain't gonna get you much.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially in
this
today's
day and age,
economy.
I mean, seriously.
So yeah, I was actually shocked it was so low too for Colorado. I thought it'd be.
And you said what was Denver?
152 is Denver specifically, but I thought that it'd be closer to 200, like you said.
I'm glad it's not 240,000 because
Same.
that's kind of depressing. Because even though we make that much, Katie, it's
yeah, right. Wait a minute. How much you making, Josh?
You're getting paid to do this? Wait a second.
I know, exactly.
No, that's good. I like that. I like that. That's an attainable goal for us.
Yeah, you can work towards that. And I loved this story coming out of the Denver Police Department. Did you hear that they are now training their officers with virtual reality?
Oh.
Isn't that awesome?
You know what? I like that because that can put you in literally any situation that you can see as a police officer.
Yeah.
And I like that because then nothing really surprises you.
Yes, and they
can put you in space, Katie.
There's fighting, exactly.
Space cowboys, that's what you got.
In space, that's what we need. But they say that there's only so much you can learn in a classroom. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Especially when it
gosh.
comes to what you face as a police officer. You hit the nail on the head. And so to put them in these situations that they would actually see out in a day-to-day life for them, like this is such a huge benefit. And they've been doing it since like 2016, but
Okay.
the VR capability as well as the way they police,
gotten so much better.
it has changed so much. So now the latest VR stuff that they got is really impressive. I wanted to
bet.
talk
Oh
to
my
Jeremy
gosh.
about this too because his son Reed is so into the VR
He's got the VR
goggles
headset,
and everything.
yeah.
And so I wanted to get his take on what he thinks police officer training would look like in that regard. But
I think it's every
have you-
situation.
Have you done VR stuff? I've
Yeah.
never done it. I've
So-
never tried on those goggles.
I've worn the goggles, and like Jeremy said a while back, I think for us it just takes some time. You have to get them like correctly calibrated and set to how you see things, and that takes a little bit. It makes you dizzy. It's odd to start,
Yeah.
but the things you can do are insane. Like I said, if I wanted to be on Mars, I could be on Mars. Like
Yeah.
I could be front row at a White Snake concert if I wanted to be. Like I
Is
could
that
do.
where you want to be, Josh?
No, it's just what came to the top of my mind, and I don't
For
even know because
whatever
you could give me 20 seconds and I couldn't name a White Snake song.
I didn't
so
think you could.
I don't know why. I could be. Let's go this. I could be front row at a Sabrina Carpenter concert
There you
right there,
go.
and I might want to be at that one.
You
So
do want to be. You love her.
she is
She's so cute.
I love her music.
she's
Her
got
music
great
is
music.
her music is great, and
Oh,
we played
she's-
here.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's very very cool. The power that you have now. I mean, literally in the palm of your hand, and you just wear these glasses, and you are everywhere.
Yeah,
Like that's
and
a cool thing.
Anything to keep our men and women in uniform safe out
gosh.
there, because that's the big thing. Like the fact that they face all these scary situations each and every day. We have no idea the kind of stuff that they go through. But if they can prepare for that and train for that in any way possible, I am all for it. So Denver Police Department, you have fun with those VR goggles.
Seriously, I mean that's unbelievable.
It's a
what
really
they can
neat
do with
story.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that's good enough for everybody listening out there. I feel like we're doing a solid B+ job right now
Josh, we
without
did a trending report.
without Jer Bear. We miss you, buddy. We do hope you're feeling better. Yeah, if you're just joining us, he is a little under the weather today, but knowing Jeremy, he'll probably be back tomorrow because that dude is a workhorse. So that's what's trending with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh on Denver's Mix 100. And Aaron, we didn't forget about you, buddy. Let's see what's going on with traffic. Aw. Heck yeah, it is JKJ, Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning here on Denver's Mix 100. We're powering through, Katy. We're having a good time. Poor Jer Bear is sick today. If you're just joining us, he's taking a sick day, which again never happens. The dude was an absolute trooper throughout the early part of this week, but today he was like, guys,
he couldn't do it.
I just can't do it, and I don't blame him. He sounded rough, and I feel bad for him, and the guy does not ever stop working.
No.
So, Jared, look, man, you deserve a day off. Get a lot of rest. Take a lot of, I guess, NyQuil, because you got to sleep it off. So
he needs to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I came in this morning, and it wasn't just how he sounded. It was literally like, he didn't know. He was like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know how he got here.
I'm in such a fog. I
was like, you
are
drunk?
you okay to drive?
You drunk?
Are
like,
you okay
good,
to drive
buddy?
home? Like, yeah, but Jeremy is home
Jeez.
safe, and he's going to sleep it off, as you said. So we will accept your well wishes for Jeremy on the text line, 303
He'll be all right.
691 1649.
Yeah, like you just said, Katy, text us. Seriously, we're still a live show. We got 2/3. We got K and J here.
Hey.
We are having fun. We're holding it down, having a good time. Text us, like Katy said, 303-691-1649. If you want to join us on the YouTubes, we are up and live right there streaming. That's brought to you by Safeway. It's Safeway. Shop online and get easy delivery or free pickup. You get the same prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. You can shop their weekly ad as well, clip deals, and earn points. Get started at Safeway.com or Safeway app. Also, we do have an app as well.
Yes, we
Mix
do.
100 Denver. And we always say, Katy, what do we say? We always say,
tap that app.
tap that app. And why do we do that, Katy? Why do we tap that app?
Because you can listen live to all of your favorite stuff, but also there's a little microphone down in the corner there, and we love it when you record just your well wishes, your observations, if you're cute.
You know
little
what? Can I
kid.
interrupt you?
Absolutely.
I think we should if we have that app, which you should have it, by the way, download that app, Mix 100 Denver. You got to make sure you put the Denver in there, because otherwise it'll give you one from like Maine or something, and you don't want that. But
no.
Mix 100 Denver. Let's get Jeremy some well wishes in here. So what I want you to do is go to that app. Click the little button. There's a microphone button, like Katy just said, down at the bottom, I believe, right-hand corner of that app. And wish Jeremy well, because he is not feeling good today, Katy.
No, he is under the weather, and that weather's bad.
It's
he
cloudy.
is not feeling it today.
Cloudy with the chance of sickness, and you don't like that. And like we said, yeah, do text us. I got this text earlier. We got this text earlier from Rachel. She says, hi, friends. We are out of state for a wedding. We just got our rental car, and the first thing my kids want to know is where we can listen to Mix 100.
Oh, you have the smartest kids ever, Rachel.
First of all, shout out to your kiddos, because that's awesome. And then that's a full circle moment here, Katy. They can listen anytime, anywhere on that app, because we are live on that app, and we stream on that app every single day. So, yeah, obviously, if you're in the out-of-state market, it's hard to get it on the radio because the cars there don't have that. But the app, you can get us literally anywhere in the world. And we've had people listening from Germany when they've gone on vacation, England, Ireland, and now out of state for a wedding.
Yay!
And I love that. I love that so much. I think it's adorable that the kiddos were asking that as well. Katy, it is 7 a.m. You know what we got?
Hey, what do we got, Josh?
We got some PMI.
That's right. It is PMI.
And in honor of Jeremy, I got to ask this. Who got the pee?
I got the pee.
Oh, my gosh.
I want to talk about the huge positive that happened yesterday. Our big first JKJ headliner hangout.
That was so much fun.
That's the best positive ever.
Like I said earlier, we were talking about how, we can be tired after the show and stuff like that, but I had so much energy from meeting everyone yesterday.
Yeah.
And you know what's really cool? I love this. I am now starting to recognize people's faces that I've seen before from other JKJ hangouts and meetups and things that we've done, and just meeting people that listen to the show. And I'm recognizing faces. And when I see people that return, I'm like, that warms my heart so much, as well as the new faces that I met yesterday. The people that are coming back, I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like a family. And it feels so cool. Every JKJ meetup that we do feels like a family reunion, because you're talking with people that you get to kind of talk to every single day.
Yeah.
And that warms my heart. It makes me so happy. And as always, yesterday, we had Brothers Barbecue come in. Holy crap, that food.
Yes.
What was your favorite part? Because mine was everything. I know I can't say that. Did you have their mac and cheese?
I was just going to say, do you know what my favorite thing was? Is I made my own little concoction type of thing. I took that mac and cheese and then I put some of that juicy chicken on top that they had. And then I took that mustard barbecue sauce and I smothered it. And it was so good. Like, oh, if it's not on the menu, it needs to be. But everybody was really excited because that's kind of, as you said, it's like a big family reunion. So much so we even feed you. And Brothers Barbecue had quite the spread yesterday. It was so great seeing everyone's faces. Mark Sibilia, I am a huge fan now.
He hit it out of the park.
Oh my gosh. So you and Jeremy and even Synergy, who you can hear later on here on Mix 100, you have all followed him for a long time. I've
been on him for years.
Of his for years. And so you knew what he was going to be bringing. I was blown away because it was the first time I'd experienced. But I was trying to explain to somebody, his voice is so perfect. Because when it's sweet though, when it's soft and sweet, it's almost like an Ed Sheeran type of, tone to it.
Yes.
But when he went into that gravelly stuff, I mean, hello, Chris Stapleton. Hello, Teddy Swims. It made me have goose pimples. And I just, when somebody can do that with music, it is just so special to me. So Mark Sibilia, thank you for coming and showing us your amazing talent. Thank you, Brothers Barbecue. Thank you, everyone who came out and had fun with us yesterday, because I can't wait to do it again, Josh.
Seriously, it was so much fun. And we will be doing stuff like that again. Obviously, JKJ Hangouts will be a regular thing. We're going to try to see where that's going to be next, and we're making plans for that. So if you didn't get to see us yesterday, we are going to have stuff coming up down the pike for you as well. So again, Mark Sibilia, shout out to you, man. You crushed it. That was awesome. I heard your concert last night. Actually, I had a couple of friends that were going. Heard you crushed it there as well at the Bluebird last night, which is so cool. So love that. Since we only have 2/3 of us today, Katie, you're also going to bring us in with the, bring us down a little bit. With the M. This one is a personal M. It is. And it hurts me a lot. I don't want to be vain. Well, but it hurts me a lot.
Funny because in the spirit of President Trump and his portrait being taken down from the Colorado State Capitol because he didn't like how it looked, we actually had some pictures taken of us that aren't so amazing.
Can I? Okay. What hurts me the most is
so funny.
The pictures that you and Jeremy have for your little portraits.
Mine's almost cute.
You guys were just making silly faces.
Yeah.
Jeremy caught me at a very bad angle.
He's good at that.
And I hate him for this.
Man.
He has a picture that I truly think is the worst picture I have ever taken. And I was going to, first of all, it's uploaded on Facebook, so I'll just give it a shout out. Jeremy, Katy, and Josh on the FB. Excuse me. Yeah. There is a very unfortunate picture of me, and this was in our text group yesterday that we were talking about. We're doing some shows talk and everything like that, and Jeremy sends us the portraits that he's going to use for today. And I see mine, and I go, makes sense. Like, that's so sad. Let's see Jeremy and Katie's. They're just making stupid faces. Like, mine is an actual unfortunate picture of me.
You actually made that face on purpose.
I didn't mean to. I was just smiling, but I'm so sad. And again, I'm not trying to be vain. I'm not. But holy cow, this is very sad.
That's a really bad picture.
And that's a real picture. It's not doctored. It's not doctored. I should say. You know what? Actually, it's incredible. It's AI. It's an AI picture of me that I hate. And you and Jeremy are making cute, stupid faces. What is this?
It's pretty fun.
Why am I the punching bag?
You could go find it on Facebook at Jeremy, Katy, Josh. You're right. It's a very unfortunate picture of you, friend.
I want to say one more thing.
The good news is you don't really look like that.
I don't.
You don't.
I'm not trying to be mean. I don't look like that.
You don't look like that.
I'm going to say one more thing about this. There's one picture that's an unfortunate picture of Katy as well.
Oh, no.
And we didn't choose that one.
We call her Katy Many Chins.
Why did we not choose that?
I don't know, but I was very grateful he didn't, because I hate that picture so much.
Lucky you, Katy.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Me. Hey, don't you have the eye, Josh?
I do have the eye, and I don't know what year this is. It's got to be like 2007, because Napster? Do you remember Napster?
What?
Napster just sold for an astounding price, first of all.
Okay.
Napster sold for $207 million.
Napster's still a thing?
Apparently.
What?
I didn't know this at all. So, yeah, Napster, which launched back in 1999, by the way. I was 4, okay? Just putting that out there. I was 4, and it just sold in the year 2025 for $207 million. A lot of people Did not know that Napster was even still around, but it is like Spotify or Apple Music. It's just not as popular anymore. I like to kind of compare it to the Pandora of the music world.
Yeah.
My parents still heavy users of the Pandora,
Okay.
which I really didn't even know that was a thing still. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's still a music log, I guess, that you can still use in heavy rotation for the people that were born in the 1960s, which is great.
Right?
That's great for them.
When I think of Napster, I just think of when it came out and how naughty it was. I mean, because you were downloading music illegally.
Yep.
And it's like everybody thought they were like, I remember people like bragging about it, but then you had the random person in like Indiana who was hit with like a $500,000 fine or something. A normal person was hit with a fine for legally downloading music, and I was like, Napster's not for me.
No, you didn't want to get in trouble.
Music officially.
One of the big things about Napster, I guess, is that their music is not compressed, so it is a clearer sound quality of music.
Okay.
Apple Music does this thing where they're like, oh, we have this Dolby Atmos surround sound thing where it's like if you turn your head, it sounds like you're listening to the music, and it sounds kind of like this, you know?
Yeah.
So things like that. I am actually not a Spotify user, so I'm not sure what their big thing is.
Yeah.
But Napster, I guess, has better sound quality. So that's
May
interesting.
have
For those of you that have daily back pain when you wake up, I guess that is for you.
That's for you.
I did not know that was even a thing still, but you know what? Good for you guys. I love that. And Katie, right now, I believe we do have to take a look at traffic, right? Is that what we're doing now?
That's what we're doing.
I'm still trying to get a hold of this whole thing.
We're
I'm like,
figuring this out.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Look, I just work here.
Josh, you're doing a great job.
I'm doing my best. I've pressed so many buttons today that I don't know what they do.
No, it sounds wonderful.
So as long as the board is still lit up, I'm very happy about that.
All of the things that are supposed to be happening in my headphones seem to be happening.
Oh, thank God.
You're
Okay.
doing fabulous over there. You keep doing you,
All right.
Josh.
Well, this is
Killing
JKJ, Jeremy, Katie, and Josh in the morning. And right now, Aaron, we're going to take a look at that traffic, buddy. Yeah, it is Denver's best music. That is Mix 100. It's the JKJ show. Jeremy, Katy, and Josh minus a Jeremy today, unfortunately, because he is a little sick. But you know what, Katy? I think we should still kind of try to give it a try, right? Should we do some Fast Five? Do we want to do that?
I think so, yeah.
Before, though, I do want to mention we are still running a normal show here. The ship still goes, and we are going to be doing the Coldplay for Coldplay. I know how to say that,
it's
right? I talk for a
mouthful.
living. Coldplay for Coldplay. And Katy, you got the details on that for us,
I
right?
do. This is so much fun because you listen to us. 8:10, we give you a flight code. You remember that flight code. Big Rob has another flight code for you at 1:10. And then right around 4 o'clock, Nina's going to ask you for both of those flight codes. So you just need to call in to Nina after 4, and then you get qualified to win a trip to Miami to see Coldplay.
Gosh,
How
I wanna
neat
be in
is
Miami.
that?
That
Oh
sounds
my
so
gosh.
nice.
It
Come
sounds like the
on.
best trip ever. And just for getting qualified, by the way, you are going to pick up a signed, autographed vinyl copy of their new album, Moon Music.
That is awesome.
Winning.
Come
I love
on.
that.
We're giving
yeah.
the best prizes away. That is
We do.
unbelievable.
I know. The qualifying
Hey, what do you want to do? You want to
prize.
fly away to Miami? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, sounds
please.
good to me.
You
Sounds
want to see
awesome.
Coldplay?
Gosh.
One of the best bands
One of the
out
best
there
bands,
right now.
live bands especially, of all time. That
Yeah.
is awesome. Again, we'll be doing that at 8:10, so make sure you listen up. All right, Katy, let's give it a shot. Let's do it.
go.
All right, we are going to be playing Fast Five, so you know what? Give us a call. That is 303-691-1649, and Katie's going to be helping me out a lot with this. She's got some great Fast Fives here, and because we don't have the normal call screener, which is yours truly, to be honest, we're just going to go kind of right off the bat, and we're going to ask for people's names and kind of just go from there. Is that okay,
Yeah,
Katy? Is that
just
cool with you?
Give us a call to play. Exactly. We'll get you here in the studio. You can win a cool prize. You can take your hand at Fast
This
Five.
warms my heart, Katy. Look, Jeremy's having a sick day, and we already have full lines. Like,
Do we
come
really?
on. We have full lines. So
thank
I'm going to put them on
you.
hold really quick. So we're going to
Okay.
get through these guys, and then we'll get to them. And Katy, you said you do have some good options for us, right?
I do. Well, we just want to remind you Fast Five is our fun game that we like to play where we throw out a topic and then you have to give us 5 examples of that topic within 10 seconds. So yesterday, some of the things we did were famous Charlies. We asked you for movies about baseball and bands with animals in the names. You never know what you're going to get with Fast Five as far as the topics go. So you just need to give us a call to play. And we do have an amazing prize as well because, Josh, the family gets to go to Disney on Ice.
Oh, my gosh.
I
What
know.
is that? That sounds awesome.
I know. Disney on Ice is like the best thing ever. And you get a family 4-pack when you win today. So
Bring
the
your whole family.
fam's
You know
going
what's
to
so
check
funny
it out.
is I have been on ice my entire life, and I've never been to a Disney on Ice show.
It's the best.
I've heard great things. It looks super fun.
Yes.
It looks super interactive and like a great time.
I brought Zoe to see High School Musical on ice.
Oh, no way.
We went to go see Lilo and Stitch on ice. Like,
cute.
it was so much fun. And for whatever reason, because you're very familiar with like High School Musical,
Yeah.
we watched every single episode. But for whatever reason, on ice, it just ups that ante. It makes it so.
You're on ice, Katy.
You're on
That's
ice.
why.
Exactly. So we have a lot of fun with this. You're winning Disney on Ice with Fast Five. So give us a call to play. 303-691-1649.
I love it. And Katy, like I said, we had full phone lines. So again, we're just going to go through this kind of spur of the moment. Hey, good morning. This is Mix 100. Who is this?
Is it me?
Is
It's
it you?
you.
I
What's
think
your
it's
name?
you. What's your name?
Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Laura.
Hey, Laura. How are we doing today?
I'm doing well. I don't know why I didn't think you guys were going to answer.
No, that's so funny. Oh my! And see, we're doing it a little bit differently because normally
Yes.
you would just kind of talk to me first and make sure we get you through. But no, unfortunately, Jeremy's out sick today. If you're just joining us, but Laura, are you all set? You want to try to do this with us?
Yes, sir. Let's hear it.
I love it.
Go.
Katy, okay, so you're going to be helping me out here. What do you got for the first Fast Five?
Okay, so Laura, again, how this works, Fast Five, I'm going to throw out a topic, and you have 10 seconds to name 5 examples of that topic, okay?
Okay.
All right, you ready? In 10 seconds, I need you to give me 5 types of poems.
5
Go.
types of poems. Ready and go.
haiku, sonnet. Oh gosh, your traditional poem.
Sure. Oh my gosh, Laura! Honestly, you did way better than I probably could have done.
I know, right?
I would take traditional poem as well. That's a traditional poem.
It's funny. Like I was like, that's actually a poem. I would have accepted that.
Yeah.
But you got 3, Laura. It's not a bad stab at it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Laura. Thank you so much for calling. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later. Okay.
Have a good day,
Sounds good.
Laura.
Have a good day.
All right. Bye.
All right, Josh, we got one.
Woo! One down. Here we go. I'm
You
gonna
don't
keep
know how
going.
much sweat
I'm
we're
just-
like wiping off our
My
brow.
armpits are sweaty. I'm just hitting
Jared's
buttons.
gonna be so proud, y'all.
All right, let's see who else we got. Hey, good morning, Mix. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello, do you got us? I know we're doing
morning.
this spur of the moment.
Oh.
Going once, this random caller going twice.
Hello.
Hey, who is
there
this?
you are. Who's this?
Hello?
Hey, this is Mix 100.
Oh,
Can you hear
me.
us?
This is Caitlin.
Caitlin? Oh my gosh. See, yeah, like we said, we're trying to just kind of limp through this. Here we go. Caitlin, how are you
you're
today?
all good. Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, we're
doing
good. We're doing our best
Do
without
you have
Jer Bear
anything
here.
fun going on today, Caitlin?
No, I'm going to Driveline and then going to work.
Oh, there you go.
Where
We
do you
got-
work?
I work in the pharmaceuticals, but I don't
nice.
do any of that. I do document control.
Oh.
Oh,
That
honestly, that sounds like a
fascinating.
tough job.
I know,
Like,
yeah.
you don't want to mess that up.
In control of anything.
Nope,
It sounds like you're an
definitely
important, yeah.
Dang. Oh,
All
my
right.
goodness. Well, it's good to see that a bunch of kiddos are going back to school. I know we still have some kind of spring breakers going on for a couple people, but did you guys have that last week?
Yes, ours
Yeah.
was last week. We
Yeah.
survived.
Yes,
We
I know.
survived. Did you guys do anything, or did you just kind of hang at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I like that.
That's
All right.
a true parent. We made it through.
Yeah,
we made
that's
it
so
through spring
funny. It's so funny the way
break.
students are like, "Oh, I'm back at school," and parents are like, "Oh, thank God! Oh my goodness!"
All
Oh,
right.
yes, definitely.
Caitlin, are you ready to play Fast Five?
Woo, yeah, let's do it.
All right. And again, here we go. You've got 10 seconds. We're going to throw out a topic, and you need to give us 5 examples of that topic within 10 seconds. So here we go. Caitlin, in 10 seconds, I need to you to give me 5 writing utensils. Go.
Sharpie, pen, pencil, marker, crayon, colored pencil.
You want to keep going?
I know.
I was like,
Oh
"Dang!"
my gosh, Caitlin, you did it.
Tip Sharpie.
No, you
did
crushed it. Holy crap. You did so well. Good job, Caitlin. Woohoo!
Good job.
Good for you. I'm trying to find. I know we have a ding,
I
ding,
know
ding
we have
somewhere
a ding
here.
ding somewhere, but we'll do it.
I don't know.
Ding,
sure.
ding, 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 ding.
You know what? I'll just hit it with this.
Thank you.
There you go.
There we go. That's close enough, right? Yeah.
Working in document control definitely helped with that. I
Oh
will
my
say.
gosh, I didn't even think of that. You totally use writing utensils
You're writing
all
with crayons
day.
all day. We
But
know that.
You know what?
Crayons and markers.
We got
Yep.
2 successful Fast Fives, and I know Jared would be pretty proud. Caitlin, you're the big winner today, so congratulations.
Woo!
Congrats,
Thank you so
Caitlin.
much.
Yeah.
Going-
Hey, really quickly. I don't
That's my
don't go
daughter in the
anywhere. I
back.
do got to
She
put
goes,
you on hold.
"Whoa."
We gotta wrap
All
up a
right.
couple things here really quick. So just stay on hold. Don't go anywhere. Okay.
We'll get your information
No
in a
problem
second,
at all.
okay?
Perfect. Thank
All
you,
right,
Caitlin.
thank you.
Dang,
All
Katie.
right. I know. I didn't think that would go that quick.
You know what's so
I had
funny
a
is
few more
I
ready.
didn't either, and we have a couple more, but I was kind of getting used to that. I was like, all right, we can do this. We're
I
good.
know.
We're good.
We got this.
The sweat stopped off my brow, so I think we're good.
And then Caitlin came out swinging with that one.
She
so-
crushed it. So she will go home with a great prize pack for Disney on Ice, and we'll get her info really quick. Katie, what do we want to do here? So we do have traffic, but I don't think we should play it yet. Do we want to go through a commercial break first, or
How about a song?
you want to hit a song?
How about we play a song? I think that
Oh,
that would be
you
a
know what?
fan favorite.
That's going to take me a second. So
Okay.
We're gonna talk. I was
You're
like, let's
well, I
just do
wasn't
that really
expecting
quick.
that.
No,
that
we're
wasn't
good.
one
We're
of the
good.
options I gave you, Katie.
No, we're going to do that. We're going to play a song. It's going to be great.
And just remember, at 8:10, you are getting that Coldplay for a code play for Coldplay. We're going to throw out that flight code for you to win that trip to Miami with your BFF to see Coldplay in Florida. So 8:10 is when we're going to be given that. Remember to listen for your chance to win that trip to Miami to see Coldplay.
Absolutely. And I'm just hitting buttons over here. We'll see what we got. Hold on. I got this.
We've
I got this.
buttons.
I know
It's
how
all
to do this.
good.
And honestly, this is a great time waster because we finished up a little bit early. Look at that. Josh knows knows how to control buttons.
Josh did it.
Let's go. All right, we're going to hit a song, then we're going to come back and play some traffic for you guys. Again, that was Fast Five. Thank you guys so much for playing. And again, code play for Coldplay coming up at 8:10. All right, now it's time to take a look at traffic. So, Aaron, let us know. How are we looking out there, buddy? Yeah, Denver's best music, Mix 100, Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning, minus a Jeremy today, because poor little guy is out sick today, and he's not faking, Katy. He's not the guy that just wants the day off. He came in this morning and he looked like hell.
He did.
He
sounded like it.
He sounded like
He even
heavy
smelled
smoker.
kind of funny, didn't he? Like it was all wrong with Jeremy this
Katy,
morning. It was. I'm
That's
sorry.
like salt in the wound.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
Well, and on top of everything, Jerry, you kind of stunk, buddy. No, Katy,
No,
I'm
just
not going to
kidding.
say he stunk.
He
well,
smelled like Vicks Vapor Rub. That's what
that,
I mean.
honestly,
you
he kinda
know?
did.
Yeah, like
poor guy could breathe through
like
one nostril.
He was sick. Yeah, he told me he's like my whole right side of my face was like just covered with crap when he woke up this morning. He's like, I can't hear out of this ear, I can't see out of this eye. I'm like, again, you drove here?
He
Like,
drove.
wait
That's
a
not
second.
great. But
we're hoping he feels better.
we are, and we're getting a lot of very sweet texts from you guys listening, which is so nice. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
thank you. That is 303-691-1649. Seriously, give us a call anytime, give us a text anytime you want. Wish Jeremy well. Katy, I think we had a text that we wanted to read. Do you have that one
We
still?
do, yes. Kim is always so sweet, and I love her text today. She said, always needing my JKJ/KJ fix in the mornings.
I love it. They're already adopting that.
Exactly.
KJ fix. It's just Katy and Josh.
She said, does that make me a JKJ addict junkie and it's time for an intervention? Said, no JKJ listener ever. We don't want you to get an intervention for that, Kim.
Heck no, Kim, we want you to keep listening.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Listen
oh
online
my
too,
gosh.
on the app with the podcast. Like, go get it.
Oh yeah, we're everywhere. We're ubiquitous. We're everywhere, and I love it. Hey, we also have an app that we talked about earlier, and we solicited for you to use that app, tap that app. That is Mix 100 Denver. You got to put the Denver in there. Download that app because then you can listen to us anywhere in the world. Doesn't just have to be in Denver, and you can listen to us anytime as well. We had Robert tap that app and use that app and wish Jeremy well. Let's see what he had to say. Robert,
Aww.
look at
Very
you,
straight
man.
to the
Very
point.
straightforward. Well, that's a guy for you.
Yeah,
Very
that
straight
is
to
a
the
guy.
point.
Oh, Jer's sick. I hope you're better.
And then we also had Drew. Drew tapped that app, and he said some well wishes for Jeremy as well. Let's see what Drew had to say.
Oh.
Dad joke. I don't know. Drew. One
I
or the
love
other.
That was so cute.
I didn't know where we were going for a second with the bull or the cow joke, so I was like,
know,
oh gosh.
I know, me too.
Rocky Mountain oysters, or what are we doing here? I
What
was
are
like,
we
yikes.
saying, Drew? But
One
yeah.
or the other.
And thank you for those well wishes for Jeremy as well.
Yes.
We really do appreciate that. We're going to pass
You guys
them
are so
all
sweet.
along to him.
Are we? He's kind of.
I know.
Are we?
We want him to
I'm just
feel
joshing,
better.
Jeremy. I'm just joshing you, buddy.
We want him to feel better. But yeah,
We do.
keep those messages, those texts, those calls coming 303-691-1649 or hit us up on the Mix 100 app. Mix 100 Denver's what you need to search.
Please do. I love that. Now, we did have some plans that we wanted to go to talk a little bit about some dog stories that we had. But without Jeremy, because again, he is actually the only one of the three of us that has a dog right now currently.
So we're like, we should probably wait for him to talk about that.
Kind of
'cause-
threw a wrench in the plan, but that's
Yeah,
okay. We
yeah.
are very flexible here at JKJ in the morning, now also known as KJ in the morning.
Oh,
so we
it's
got
actually
some.
RKJ, remember our homie?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Rooster named Duck.
Also,
is
we're
what-
available on YouTube. We are
Yeah.
streaming live on YouTube. You can see our beautiful faces and our little rooster named Duck. So, Katy, just tell us this whole thing, because this was your idea. Tell us
Yeah,
about what
well,
your brilliant idea
I
was.
was like, if Jared's going to be sick, we can't just have an empty chair. I feel like that looks bad. So we have a stuffed duck/rooster that floats
we don't know what
around.
it is.
We're not quite sure what it is, but it floats around the Mix 100 studio. And so they are sitting in that chair, holding it down. They've got the headphones on and everything.
And the
yeah,
best thing about
rooster
this
named
is,
Duck.
when you first start in this business, you see the red light come on. It's the on-air sign. And and it can be a little frightening. And I think this rooster named Duck has some stage fright because he has not said
a single thing.
Great listener. Great listener.
Not
but again,
one quack from this guy.
We got nothing. He's not even quacking a joke. Like, come on, do something, buddy.
We need something from you.
But that is, again, if you want to watch us on YouTube, you can just search Mix 100 Denver on there as well. It will pop up. We're live right now, so check us out. Katie, you got a couple stories for us. How did you want to start off? What you got?
Well, we have a story about beards, and I just think is hilarious. I mean, Josh, you have a pretty strong beard. I want to put it out there. You grow a strong beard. That is a very impressive facial hair you've got going on there.
Thank you.
It is, but more and more men are seeking beard transplants. Have you heard of this?
No, but I'm assuming this is kind of like the hair transplant that every guy does. They go to Turkey, right, and they get that little hair transplant out there.
Exactly. Yes.
I guess a follicle is a follicle. You could probably put it on your face, right?
Take it from anywhere, right?
Tell me about what's going on here.
With the beard transplant,
I don't think you want to take it from anywhere, Katie.
No, well,
take it from the back of your head.
I know.
Take it from the back of your head. There we go. Yeah.
How did you know that?
Well, because you don't want to take it from anywhere.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The back of a man's head never goes bald. So that's where they'll take it. They'll take it from back there, either put it on the top of your head or, I guess, your face.
I had no idea.
They actually take it from your eyebrows if you have a prominent brow.
Really?
No.
Oh my gosh!
Katie.
I just thought like hairy backs. This is where you fix that situation.
You do not want back hair on your face.
I didn't know it was different.
It's a different.
Like,
and I'm speaking from not experience. I do not have a hairy back.
Is it different texture, like the coarseness of it? I guess
body hair is different than head hair.
Yes, but I didn't know that you'd see the difference. Like I just thought you could take that back hair and make something positive out of it.
No, you know what?
Right?
This is good. I love a woman's perspective. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is what I thought.
Yeah.
So this doctor from the Street Hair Clinic says that since 2020, the procedure and interest in it has tripled. So he's now doing up to 100 beard transplants annually. And he said that he thinks it's the new form of masculinity where the beard has become important. And I would have to agree with this. Most men I see now have beards.
Well, do you know what I've always said? We've actually kind of had conversations about this or just makeup in general. I think a beard is men's makeup. Like, I think that's kind of the thing where you can take comfort behind it and you can kind of hide behind a beard. Like, if you don't have the most prominent jawline or anything like that, like you can hide a couple chins underneath a beard, which is really, really nice when you get a little thick for winter. It's really, really great. And you know what's funny is I've had a beard for so long, and then last year for the summer, I shaved it like completely. I had no beard,
weird.
no facial hair, and it's so funny. I actually loved it. Because beards can get messy. Like it's a lot of hair on your face. But I will say I kept that shaved during the winter months, and when it got cold, my face had not been cold in like almost a decade. Like I've been a decade of growing a decent beard. It was chilly. Yeah. My face and my cheeks, I was like, oh my gosh, a beard is nice. I did not realize that. So it is more than just for looks. It actually is kind of a thing that keeps you warm during the cold winter months, which is interesting. And I actually know somebody, very prominent NFL head coach, got a beard transplant. Sean McVay, he is the coach for the LA Rams. And he talked about this one time, and he actually has a great beard now, but he talked about it how it would come in so patchy. And he's a blonde guy, so that's hard to grow a nice, thick beard there. But it would come in so patchy that he's one of those guys that did. He's like, I got the follicles from the back of my head, put them on my face, and bada bing, bada boom, it works, I guess. I mean, it's one of those things that I'm I guess lucky. I didn't know this was a thing. I kind of thought men just grew up and they could all grow beards.
Yeah.
But we have a very baby-faced coworker on the other side, Dan Tanner, who we both know very well. He's on the sports side.
DT?
Dude is older than me. Shout out DT. Dude's older than me. He cannot grow a single hair out of his face.
No.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you just turned 30 and you could grow a beard. Like, I don't know. I thought we were a chia pet. I thought that's how it worked, but no. And so for the people that there it is. And then it grows. I know that's stuck in my head. That's gonna be stuck in my head. But it's one of those things that, I guess not every guy can do it, and not a bad option to have in the back pocket, right?
Yeah. Now beard transplants, they're looking into it more. So
I bet that would be so painful.
But if it makes you feel better about yourself, I'm all for it. Because again, and I didn't mean to say that you looked weird without your beard, because it wasn't.
Oh, I
weird.
did. No, you just weren't used to
different.
it. I looked very different.
Yeah. It's like Eminem's lyric. Your beard is weird.
Your beard is weird. I looked in the mirror and I was like, "Who is that dude? What the heck?"
Exactly.
And you can see a great picture of me on Facebook without a beard.
You can. speaking of our portraits on Facebook at Jeremy,
take it
Katy,
away,
Josh,
Katy.
make sure you go look at those because those are funny.
We had
a few of our pictures up in the Capitol that we didn't like so much either, and you can go see what those look like on Facebook and Instagram at Mix100 Denver on Instagram at Jeremy, Katy, Josh on Facebook.
Burn down Facebook because of that.
That's a bad picture of you, homie. It is. I think it's so funny.
It's humbling, and that's okay.
It doesn't look anything like you in real life. Like the fact that he got that shot of you and captured it for forever.
Well, and I'm going to pull the curtain back a little bit here at the radio station, Mix 100, because Jeremy will take a bad picture of you and run with it for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
He will take that picture, know that it's a bad picture,
Yeah.
and post it around the office. He has that picture printed out of me and has it pinned up on our little bulletin board in our office. He has posted it in the actual Mix 100 studio.
Yeah.
He hides it, and he wants everybody to see Josh in his worst moment ever. And he loves doing that. And he gets a kick out of it. I don't know if we do, but I'm not the only victim.
No, Arkansas Brandon, who just
our guy,
by.
Arkansas Brandon, who we have talked about multiple times on this show. Jeremy has done that to him, and he's been a victim of that. We got our guy, the sports PD, Kevin, that he's done, and he does this to everybody.
Everyone.
Has one of you that, very fortunately, Katy, he didn't choose, which is very weird. He didn't choose to post that one.
He's scared of me. That's what I'm just
I guess
kidding.
he is a better man than I, because, Katy, I'm sorry, I would have chose that one.
I know you would have. Gosh,
because mine is
Josh.
horrible.
Yours
I wanted someone
yeah.
to feel that pain. And no, he chose you guys doing stupid, silly faces.
I know. Thank you for that, though,
No.
by the way, Jeremy. Hey,
What
by
did
the
I
way,
do to him?
Mix 100 Denver is KIMN FM, Lakewood, Denver, Boulder. Yeah, we're talking about beards here. And Josh, yours is pretty phenomenal, though. Like, I've got to give it to you.
Well,
you grow a good beard. It doesn't look like
good beard.
you're going to be in need of a beard transplant anytime soon. But here's a question I have for you. Are you a loud sneezer?
Oh, gosh.
Do you sneeze loud? Because I don't like it.
So this is the whole thing. I'm not like an overbearing. I know they call it the dad sneeze. My dad, dads have loud sneezes. It's unbelievable. But I don't hold it in because I've heard that's bad for you. But I'm not like an overbearing sneezer. I'm not going to knock you back.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a achoo,
Yeah.
because that I've heard people die if they hold in their sneeze.
Well, and it's funny, I am such a in the middle of the road sneezer, and I expect everyone else to be. So if you go real hard for a sneeze and you're like,
catches you up.
I'm like, what was that? Really? You need to give us more.
That's funny.
But if you're like, that'll make me mad too, because you scared me, and there are people out there who specifically, I had an ex who he told me, he's like, I like to sneeze loud because I know it upsets people. And I'm like,
oh, well, that's just pretentious.
That's just a jerk move,
isn't
it?
That's petty.
He doesn't,
You don't want to piss people off because of that.
Anywhere he would sneeze loud, restaurant, movie theater.
Oh, I hate that. Library, you're like, dude.
Me crazy.
I have an uncle who is... first of all, he's an ex-NFL player. He's like 6'5". He's huge. Just the exact opposite of me. He is just this man's man. Played in the NFL for a decade. Big guy. And then he sneezes, and it's literally achoo, achoo. And he has a record. He has sneezed 22 times in a row.
Oh my gosh.
22. It doesn't stop. So it just keeps going and going and going and going. And I'm like, dude, you're an ex-NFL player. Like, what are you doing? Like, how do you have that baby sneeze? I'm like, what is this? But he has 22 in a row. Have you ever met someone that sneezes like that?
Oh, the excess. I actually sneeze about 6 or 7 times in a row sometimes.
Really?
I'm a multiple sneezer. I can
I can do the double whammy. Yeah. But after that.
No, I can get up to 6. And then it just gets annoying, right? Like, jeez.
Well, you're just like, I know. Got any more in there? Like, what is going on?
I always
Come on.
get people saying something about it. But they say that a lot of loud sneezers don't want to change. One woman said that she basically screams and she's fine with it because it's so satisfying.
Huh.
I don't.
You know what?
I don't like that, Josh.
Good for you. You do what you want. But Katy, guess what it is right now?
What is it?
It is 8:10 a.m. and it means that is time for Code Play for Coldplay. Let's get it. All right. We know we've been doing this every single day for a couple days now, and this is for that This is the first code for that fly away to Miami to see Coldplay live and in concert. Katie,
yes,
you got the numbers, I believe, right?
I do. And remember, we've got our flight code. Then Big Rob will give you a flight code
That's
at
at
110.
110.
And then Nina's going to ask you for both flight codes so you can get qualified for that trip to Miami to see Coldplay. You're also going to score an autographed vinyl of their latest album, Moon Music, when you get that far. So good luck. The code for this hour is 842.
842.
Your flight code is 842 for JKJ. 842. Hang on to it for later to win with Mix 100.
That's so exciting. So remember that one. Then we'll get another one at 110 from Big Rob. And then Nina will come through and you'll have to recite those codes for her for a chance to fly away to Miami. All right, Katie, let's take a look at traffic real quick. And let's have Aaron hit us up. What's going on out there, buddy? Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning here on Denver's Mix 100. We're just Katy and Josh today because poor Jerry Bear's been out sick. He's a little not even a little, a lot under the weather. That poor guy.
That man was not feeling it this morning.
But because I get to run the board and I'm in charge today, I'm going to take that opportunity to play some Eric Church because I flippin' love Eric Church.
We are both fans of the Chief in this room because he is everything.
He is the epitome of cool.
Yeah.
Like, he wears his sunglasses inside, and I'm not even mad about it.
I
don't care.
No, I'm
like,
mad.
Usually I'm like, it's always kind of sunny in thatville when you wear your sunglasses inside, but with Eric Church, he wears the cowboy hat or a ball cap and his sunglasses, and you're just like, that dude is cool.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I bet he smells like beer, and that's awesome.
And it's funny because, like, I have done a lot of country radio.
Yeah.
Like, I've got almost 21 years in radio under my belt, and a lot of that has been with country music. And I like to say, like, I'm not the biggest country fan, but I did find my favorites. And my favorites were Miranda Lambert, Casey Musgraves, and Eric Church. I just loved Eric Church and that whole Outsiders album that he has. Not to get on too much of a country tangent here, but every song on it is just like,
banger.
I love you.
Straight gold.
I love you.
Straight gold.
Yeah, good choice in the music there, Josh.
The Chief is good. I like
one.
him, and I also love Miranda Lambert. I'm not, again, no country tangent. She's great too. I love Bluebird is one of my favorite songs.
Ran.
So good. Oh my gosh, so good.
Yes, Platinum. All of them.
I'm a country guy through and through, though. I got to say that. I do love country music. I grew up on it, though. So it's kind of one of those things. I grew up on 90s country, and I love Alan Jackson, give me some George Strait, like that type of stuff. Oh,
yeah.
I love
again,
that.
Doing radio for so long, you just grow an appreciation for all types of music, and
Absolutely.
you just find your fave. I did radio, Josh, for a station that was 50s, 60s, and 70s called The Monkey.
Holy
It was
cow.
The Monkey, your favorites from the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Well, the Monkees were a band back then, too, kind of.
I found my favorites.
Look at you. Jeez, look at you, Katy.
Done a lot of radio, Josh.
That is fun. I know, and that's like when I was born. So good for you, Katy. You're well-versed in country radio, or radio in general. I did want to touch on this again because we are getting some great texts. A lot of you guys are wishing Jeremy well as he is under the weather here. Thank you so much for that. He will read these, and that will make him feel a lot better. It's one of those things, positive vibes. Positive vibes will absolutely help you through a sickness and just help you feel, lift your spirits a little bit. He's probably zonked right now. He's probably out and asleep, which is good. He needs to be. But again, so 303-691-1649. That is our text line, call line, whatever you want to do. You can call us, give us a text. And then as well, we have the app. Download that app, Mix 100 Denver. Got to throw the Denver in there. And you have, we say tap that app, where you can record a little message. And a lot of people have been recording messages for Jeremy today. And we also have one from Magdalena. She just sent it in to us just to be kind and sweet. Listen to what she had to say. Simple and sweet. Straight to the point.
We love you too, Magdalena.
She loves us. Magdalena, it's just KJ today, actually. But no, thank you for that as well. It's, it's kind of funny when this type of thing gets thrown into your lap. I wake up and I knew Jer was under the weather, but I didn't know that he wasn't going to be here today because, again, the dude's a workhorse. Yeah. And so you and I scramble. We get, everything ready as much as we can and put on the best show that we possibly can for everybody here. And your messages, I mean, they're unbelievable. You guys have been so sweet, so kind, so much. We love the KJ show today.
Yes.
I am going to throw Jeremy some shade. Someone said, I'm not going to name the name. Someone said, Jeremy who? And I said, you know what? You're right. Jeremy who? Who is that? Just kidding.
He's
I'm just
our
joshing.
Fearless leader.
The dude is the backbone of the show. He
is,
literally everything about this show. And we were a little, I'll speak for myself. I was sweating. I was like, okay, we're going to do this? Yeah, let's do it.
It was funny when he was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this today. And I was like, okay.
You're like, really?
So Josh is going to be pressing the buttons, right? It's Josh. So I'm so glad that he put you in that chair because that made me stress a lot less.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And it's one of those things like I came into radio as a producer. So I do actually know a thing or two about button pushing.
Yeah.
I'm okay at it. And so I came in and he said what he was, I'm sick, I'm not going to be able to go. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And we got into work mode. And it's one of those things. It feels good to be back here. I might keep the production job here and have Jer go on the other side. I'm going to see what.
Kick him out of the pilot's chair.
I might kick him out of the pilot's chair. I'm getting a little cocky here.
You're
so
like, I want to go.
I'm getting back to comfortable here. And we were kind of talking about this off air, but I do want to ask you because I didn't ask you this exactly. Do you remember the last time you worked aboard? We're all
I
radio.
was on that side.
Everybody works the board at some point in their radio journey, as Jeremy likes to say. So do you remember the last time you did this, though?
It was when I was doing the show after the morning show. So
okay, so it
middays.
wasn't that long ago.
October.
Yeah.
October was the last time I really ran
But still, that's
the
6
board.
months.
Flew the ship, as we say, because there is a lot going on over on your side of things.
So much.
Yeah, so you're doing a great job, Josh.
But 6 months, I mean, do you think you could comfortably come back here?
I think I'd need a little test session.
A little test session just to make sure.
Some things might crash.
For another peek behind the curtain, it's funny. I mean, we did have the JKJ hangout yesterday, which was fantastic.
Yes.
But we did give a little introduction to what our actual studio looks like to the people that were able to be here. And you look at this board, I mean, there's got to be 200 buttons on here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and everything's lit up too, and it's just like, it looks so pretty. It looks like a Christmas tree. But you press 1/10 of the buttons on here. I mean, on a daily basis, like everything has its place here.
Its
but
function, for sure.
It's interesting because I was thinking about that, and I don't know. I'm not pressing. I mean, there's ones that we need to make sure we know what they do, so we're not messing up here. But once you get the hang of it, it's not too scary.
That bad.
It's not too scary.
It's intimidating to look at, but like you said, you use like maybe a third of it. So once you get the hang of things, just think about what you do with your job right now. You could probably do it with your eyes closed, and that's how it eventually works with radio too.
I'm not doing this with my eyes closed yet,
not
Katy.
Yet.
Not yet.
You're not there yet, but you will be, Josh. You will be.
Gosh, I don't know. I know Jeremy could for sure, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I am wide-eyed and like, okay, let's just make sure we don't mess anything up here. But Katy, we did want to talk about I guess sicknesses here and some like remedies that you do to make yourself feel better. Is that kind of the approach we're taking?
Yeah, well, honestly, like I just remember being sick as a kid, and the remedy was always Price is Right, chicken noodle soup and ginger ale, like and
daytime
crackers,
TV right there.
That's what
I snuck a few Springer episodes in actually when I was young when my mom wasn't looking. I remember that. And you knew you had a sick day when I knew around 3 p.m. Mr. Springer came on and we were watching some stuff that I probably shouldn't have been, but helped me grow as an adult or into an adult, not as an adult.
It was the cure that ailed you, right?
It
I mean,
was,
you needed it. You needed that in your life. So we were
7-year-old self
wondering if there was anything you did to make yourself feel better, and we would pass that along to Jeremy. So go ahead and text or call 303-691-1649. Something I did yesterday actually to make myself feel better. I bought myself flowers.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is such I'm going to assume here, and you know what they say about people that assume, but I'm assuming this is more of a female-oriented thing, buying yourself flowers. Because I'll speak for myself. I've never bought myself flowers, but this brings up an interesting question from me. I remember the last time I bought somebody flowers.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last time that you had flowers bought for you? Because I know now it's all, I'm a strong, independent woman.
Yes,
I don't need no man.
am.
I can buy myself. You're Miley Cyrus right now. I'm Miley Cyrusing this thing.
Yes, I am.
Do you remember the last time that someone bought you flowers?
It's funny because as I was buying myself flowers yesterday to make myself feel good, I was thinking about that. The last time a man romantically bought me flowers.
Valentine's Day, birthday, Christmas.
Could not recall. I couldn't remember.
Really?
I know, it's so
Wait,
sad.
that kind of makes me sad now.
I remember.
I'll buy you flowers.
No, thanks, Josh. You better.
Yeah.
I was just kidding.
I will. Oh my gosh.
I have had flowers bought for me from
birthday coming
people.
up?
Like, don't get me wrong. I've had my daughter buys me flowers, my bestie, and things like that.
Yeah, but from a boyfriend or something.
Yeah, romantically, I was like, gosh, I cannot remember the last time a guy bought me flowers. So,
do you think it would be weird if someone showed up to a first date with flowers for you?
Yeah.
You do think that'd be weird?
I think it'd be weird. Maybe the second date might be like...
You don't think that's kind of romantic? Like, what if... Okay, so let me paint a picture, because I think it would be weird if I handed you 12 roses that you're like, well, I need to clip these and put them in water and make sure that they'll live.
Yeah.
But like, what if I saw a really cute little potted plant, like a little one that you could put on your desk or something, and I was like, hey, look, I was at the store before I came here, and I bought this because I wanted to be sweet. Is that weird?
For whatever reason, a potted plant makes me feel better.
I agree with you. I think if I showed up with a dozen roses, you're like,
yeah, that's a little forward.
It is. It totally is.
But a potted plant is like exactly what you said. I saw this. I thought of you. I knew I'd be meeting you later today. That seems sincere and sweet.
Yeah,
but
I think
I
so.
think if a guy showed up with full-on roses, I do feel like that would be a little bit.
Which is so
forward
funny
for
because
me.
I do think that is kind of the old way of dating. Like I think men showed up a lot of the times with flowers back in the day.
Yeah.
And I think they did do that, where now that's totally kind of been a lost art, where I would feel really weird personally if I showed up with a dozen, her peonies, her favorite flowers, whatever they are, tulips. Can you give tulips?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know anything about. Again, I'm colorblind. I'm going to give her the best gray flowers she's ever seen.
Again, it's been a while since I've gone to so I don't know what the protocol is when you give flowers.
But I like the idea, and I hope it does catch on. I think it has, of just buying yourself flowers.
I loved it.
Like,
I'm gonna say,
why not?
When I got them, I got to give a shout out to Safeway because they have a beautiful selection of flowers where I live. I was just that's kind of what it is I walked into Safeway and I saw the most beautiful bouquet of flowers, and then I saw that most beautiful bouquet of flowers was only $12.99, and I was like, what you need in your life right now, Katie, is that bouquet of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how it all happened, and I just felt really good about myself after I did that. And so I was like, maybe I make a point of that, because here's the thing too, I'm not the person who likes getting flowers just because I hate saying I have been known to call them nature's trash.
Oh my gosh.
Because they just go bad. They die.
You just talked for 10 minutes about how much you loved them.
They make a huge mess.
It's true.
So
You're
I'm
right.
not the biggest fan of flowers, but I'm trying to switch that mentality, because I do think the gesture is where all the sweetness lies. And I have to say, buying flowers for myself, that made me feel
Feels pretty good, right?
And then I was like, wow, look at Katie buying Katie flowers. Isn't Katie great?
That's so funny.
And then I got confused.
So I got to say really quickly, because we do got to check traffic here really fast, but I did say the last time I bought somebody flowers was for Valentine's Day, and they were Lego flowers. So they'll never die.
Yes.
They'll never die.
So smart.
Boom. Josh wins. He's the best. All right.
Go Josh.
We're going to take a look at traffic really quick, Aaron. So let's see what we got, man. What do we got going on out there? Katie, we were just talking about those flowers and how if you spill those flowers, they can make quite a mess, can't they?
Oh, yeah.
That's not what you want. Well, we got a quick fix for you right here. What is that quick fix? Let's take a listen. Aw. Heck yeah, that is JKJ, Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning, better known as just Katy and Josh today. We're just the KJ because poor Jer Bear, yeah, you've heard, he's out sick today. Poor guy. He never misses a day, Katy. He really doesn't.
Know.
And you know when he does, he's not one of those people that is like, I'm going to go take this day off, go fishing. It's nice outside.
I know, right?
The dude's going to be sleeping all day.
Oh, my cat's sick. I can't come in today.
He's
not like that.
We know
he doesn't
Jeremy
do that.
Have a cat.
I know.
He is NyQuil'd the heck out right now, hopefully
Yeah.
sleeping and feeling better. We know his lovely wife, Nick Nack, is probably taking care of him as well.
Poor Nick Nack.
I know.
Oh, you know what? And I don't
feel
know if
bad.
you know this about you guys, but you guys are kind of wussies when
See,
you get
okay,
sick.
okay.
You are.
I know that's a
Every
thing.
guy
I know
I've
it's
known.
a thing, but I don't know if I am. I'm gonna toot my own horn here really quickly because I don't have anybody to take care of me. So I don't have a wife to go home to and be like, baby, I'm sick, please help me. Like, I got to go home and take care of myself.
You do.
So I think because I'm self-sufficient like that, like, I don't have the option.
Yeah.
And like, I was sick last week. I was here, and
I was going to say, okay, I have to give it to you, Josh. Now that I just said that out loud, you actually proved me wrong.
I was
because
gonna say.
I didn't even know you were sick last week. Like, I could tell. I thought it was allergies or something.
Sure.
The wind whipping
Yeah.
up was causing you to have a little bit of this.
I had a lot of that.
You
Oh,
did have a
gosh.
lot of that last week, but you came in and you battled it. You
was trying.
pushed through, you know?
But I don't
So-
have a little wifey at home to be like, oh, I'll
No?
take care of you, honey. Chicken noodle soup, get the bone broth,
You
all that
think
good stuff.
If you did, though,
Yes!
that you take advantage
Oh, my
and
gosh.
turn into a wussy man
I
child?
would, yes, I would
see?
utilize the heck out of that. What are you talking about? I get to be pampered and babied? Yes, please, sign me up.
Okay.
You kidding
so
me?
We know that if you had the option, you would
Yes,
turn
and
into that.
Every
yeah.
person that has that option of a significant other to go home to and be like, I don't feel good, please help me. Yes.
Ugh.
Would you not do that? I know, and like, specifically, I remember this because my mom and dad, they're parents of 5 kids, so we had
Yeah.
a lot of sicknesses going on in that house when we were children, and yeah, my dad was
Probably
more
the worst
wussy
one your mom
one.
had to take care
And
of.
my
like,
mom was like, I have this 38-year-old man child that I have to take care of on top
Yes.
of the 5 sick kids that we're
Yeah.
dealing with.
And let me tell you,
Yeah.
I bet you if your mom was sick, she still couldn't
No,
be
she
sick.
still
Like,
cooked. She still took us
had
to school. She still
power
took care
through.
of us.
Yes.
Shout out to Carrie, because Carrie, you're the best. She's
Carrie's
a saint.
a saint.
She is. Carrie is a
know.
saint. My
Yes.
gosh.
Oh.
So, yes, we're still holding down the fort here. Jeremy will probably be back tomorrow. The dude is... He's a work machine. He'll be all right. Thank you, everybody who has texted in 303-691-1649. Hundreds. I mean, literally hundreds of well wishes to Jeremy throughout the show today as KJ hold down the fort here. We are in the middle of a trending report. I do want to talk about one thing that I found interesting, Katy, and I think you will too. Well, let me ask you this. Are you a Costco member or have you shopped at Costco before?
Yes.
Okay, so
I've been there.
a huge thing that people love is the Kirkland brand. That's their big thing, obviously. Costco's
Yes.
Kirkland brand. They have apparently very good bacon. So I'm a Sam's Club guy. Jeremy's made fun of me on that, on the show before. It's whatever. It is what it is. But apparently Costco's bacon has taken a turn for the worst. And customers are noticing and not happy about it at all. In fact, they're saying this bacon is now so paper thin, I can't even hold it up without it falling apart.
Oh, no.
That ain't bacon you want.
No, that's bad bacon.
That's bad bacon right there.
is.
And I'm a huge bacon guy, so I love my bacon in the morning.
And thick, right?
Thick.
You got to have that
I want that
thick,
like
crispy
applewood
bacon.
smoked almost. Like that
Yes.
thick. You got to really chew it and get it in there.
Yeah.
I love that type of bacon. And so if I'm buying Costco bacon, that Kirkland brand, and I'm getting bacon that is paper thin, falls
I'm
apart
mad.
as I'm touching it, that ain't my thing.
No.
I am not happy about that at all. People are up in arms. Costco's saying it's not changed anything. I guess you're not changing a recipe. Maybe it's slicely thinned. Am I saying that correctly? Sliced too thin.
Sliced-
Holy cow.
Sliced
It is-
thinly.
It is sliced
There we go.
thinly. Sure, whatever. That works. It's sliced too thin for people to, I guess, hold on to it. So they're not changing the recipe, but I say they got to go a little wider when that cut.
Yeah.
You have to.
Well, it is that, like, they haven't changed the recipe, but they've obviously
That's what they're saying.
changed how thick the bacon is. Because
Change
that's
something.
I'm saying, like, if I was expecting the big, thick pieces of bacon
Yes.
that you get,
I'd be
and they
pissed.
advertise that on the package, and then you open it up and it is not thick bacon. It's flimsy bacon.
I'm not about that.
Miss me with that flimsy bacon,
They
right?
can't be going out there and killing thin pigs for this bacon. I want a fat, juicy pig.
We need
That's
those
what I
juicy
want.
pigs.
Speaking, since we're saying the word
like
juicy,
that.
we had a great text. Katie,
We
do you want to
did.
read that?
Oh
Because
my
you lit up
gosh.
like a Christmas
I'm
tree when
so
you saw this. So
excited.
tell us about this. We were saying the word juicy, and with that, there's a reason. Bring it full circle, Katie.
Yeah, so we got a text, and it was just zipped past Katie's favorite place, Happy Hump Day, K&J, and Get Well, Jeremy. And there is a picture of the juicy seafood. I am such a fan of
You
this
freaked
place.
out.
I did. Like, I jumped up,
She
I
lit
screamed,
up.
and he's like, what happened? What? And I'm like, oh, somebody sent us a picture of my favorite restaurant. That's all it takes. But we got that from Grumpa. That's what he
Aw,
wants to be
Grumpa.
known as, Grumpa.
Wait, that's adorable.
That is, but I'm just now craving the juicy seafood, so I'm gonna have to make my way
good.
over there. It's right off like Parker and Iliff, in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah, there you go.
It is right there. There's
Katie
also
knows the exact
a great
crossroads.
donut spot right next door, and if you're
my
still
gosh.
hungry, a Korean corn dog place.
Okay,
down the street.
okay.
So, I'm just
Katie.
saying, I love this little
Katie's like,
this little
I've
spot.
been to every single one of them
have,
multiple times.
yes. So thank you, Grumpa, for sending us that picture, because that was fabulous.
Is funny.
I
It's so
loved it.
funny. We work so early in the morning, and we'll get to your local stuff really quick, Katie. But we work so early in the morning that truly, by the time like 9 a.m. rolls around, I'm like, I want a steak.
I know.
I want some
we're
juicy
so-
seafood.
Lunchtime.
Give me some crab legs. That's what I want. And again, local places that you can go to for our local trending report. Katie, what you got
Yes.
for us?
And we're talking about downtown Denver right now, because we've discussed how they're trying to revamp the whole downtown feel. 16th Street Mall's getting kind of a facelift. They're doing a lot of fun things down there. And one Denver businessman thinks they're not doing enough. He wants to put a gondola in downtown Denver, and I am all about it. Ryan Ross is his name, and he's lived in Denver for 40 years. He wants the city to add a 3-loop gondola system down the 16th Street Mall, which would provide on-demand transportation to everybody, to within steps of where you want to go, anywhere in or near downtown. And he said it would also create something like new and vibrant, where people would say to themselves, wow, we've never seen that before. And I think a gondola in a downtown city would do just that, especially Denver, because we're so close to the mountains and there's so many gondolas on the ski resorts already. Like, this would be a nice little tip of our hat to them, right?
I have
love this
questions.
idea so much.
It is. I love the idea.
Yes.
I have questions. Is this actually taking you places like shop by shop, or just a little quick, hey, this is a scenic route of our beautiful downtown Denver?
No, I think they've got stops along the way, but I don't think they're going to stop at like every block.
Okay, because if it's like a bus stop,
Yeah.
I don't want to go up and down and back and forth and stuff. I'm going to get motion sickness. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Well, you only go to your stop and then you get off, like.
Yeah, but what if your stop is one block? I'm not paying for a gondola ride. I want to go around the loop and then
Yeah.
get off. Like,
Well,
that's
sure.
what I want,
I'm sure that they have that as well. Like,
That's the
maybe
logistics of it all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll have to work out the logistics.
They will.
But as far as the gondola in downtown Denver, I will sign that petition.
The idea,
Please.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love the idea.
I do too.
I think that's a very cool thing that they can do.
Yeah, so we'll have to see if it comes to fruition. Again, this is just talks of it at this point. But if you want to live in Denver and you want to live comfortably, you want to live that American dream, do you know how much that's going to cost you, Josh?
Oh, I'm going to say ballpark of $102,000 a year.
Well, that's the national.
That's the
That is the
national.
national
Okay.
average. Good
Okay.
guess, my dude.
Well, I just have a feeling. I
Yes.
had a feeling.
A study on this was just recently done. And yeah, they say it's going to take about $102,000 across the nation if you want to live the American dream.
Which is less than I thought it would be.
It is less, but we're talking places like Kansas, North Dakota,
You buy on $50 and a bottle
yeah,
of bourbon and in Kansas.
places that are a little cheaper to live. When you are talking specifically in Denver, it is a little bit more expensive than that.
Bougie.
We're talking $152,000 is what it's going to cost you to live the American dream. Again, so we're talking mortgage, we're talking sending your kids to college, insurance, all that stuff. They're factoring all these things into consideration. But if you want to live comfortably in Denver, yeah, your income's got to be about $152,000.
That's a lot. That's a
lot
lot.
of money.
You definitely don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. No one wants that. That's what it seems like, unfortunately, a large part of Americans are dealing with as of late. I mean, inflation's been insane. The price of eggs, the price of bacon, the price of everything, dairy products in and of themselves are going up. And yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there. But I think For nationally, $100,000 is doable. I think so.
Yeah.
150, that's 50 grand more. That's a little tougher. But Colorado, again, yeah, we're a bougie state.
We are.
We like the finer things, Katie.
Well, and
we got to pay for a 3-story gondola in downtown Denver.
Exactly. We've got things to cover, okay? But also, you have to think that we are so close to all the things that people save up all year long to come check out. Like the mountains are our backyard.
Yeah.
And we get to save on that. I mean, it really is just a plus. And that's a big reason why everything's so expensive is because we do have access to mountains, trails, all the fun stuff. We're very lucky.
Got to pay for it, though.
In Colorado. Denver Police Department, I want to give a shout out to them because this is probably my favorite story in the trending report. Their officers are using virtual reality to train now. And this is just interesting, fascinating to me. So they've been using the virtual reality technology since like 2016, right? They've had the goggles and they've done some things where they've used all this stuff. But the technology in VR specifically has advanced so much in the last 9 years. So has policing, the tactics that they use.
Oh my goodness.
So we
Which you think that should change like year to year, I would think.
Yeah.
Police can get better and better and better.
Exactly.
Same with the way to save lives with firefighters. I mean, you always want to kind of keep upping the ante with that.
Yes.
I would think.
And that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
DPD's on top
Good
of it.
for them.
And so, now they use virtual reality and the state-of-the-art technology that's just been introduced. And I was reading a story about it, and it's just, I love that our men and women in uniform, they're being kept safe by this as well.
Yes.
Because when you think about the things that they encounter day to day in their lives, I mean, it's scary.
First responders in general.
Gosh.
First responders in general. My old neighbor was a cop, actually, and the day he hit, like, I can be tenured and get my stipend or pension, whatever, he retired. He was a Denver Police Department cop, and he told me some stories that I was just like, I don't know how you like don't have nightmares every single night. I mean, those things that those first responders in general, not just police, but everybody, things that they deal with and see on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I mean, seriously, shout out to everybody who works in any type of first responding unit, because you guys do things that you are not paid well enough for. And that's, you're putting your lives on the line every single day. So if you can make that safer with this virtual reality and stuff like that, because I'm sure with that, you can practice any situation that you will be put on. You can practice whether a car is stuck in a pond and you have to go underwater, or if you have to go to the moon, you can practice anything in between. So
you can. The options are limitless.
Big fan of that.
And you hit the nail on the head there, because there's only so much that these men and women can do in a classroom. And so the fact that now they have the capability to quote unquote get out there and experience these things in somewhat of a realistic way. I mean, again, I love that we're thinking of all sides here. We're keeping everyone safe. And like you said, hats off to all the men and women who put that uniform on every day.
I love it.
Appreciate you.
I love it. You got one more quick one, Katie, for us?
Yes. Well, I did want to talk about this woman who reconnected with her prom date because of a kidney donation. Did you hear about this story?
Oh, my, what?
Yeah, they went to prom 35 years ago. And so this woman, her name is Elena, and she was just interested in becoming a donor. She really wanted to sign up to become a donor to help people and do what she could. And she found out through the grapevine that her old prom date, Sean, was in need of a kidney. He was actually on the list. He was on dialysis and whatnot. He lived in Pennsylvania, so he lived states away. She lives in Boulder, but she found out that he was in need of a kidney, and so she got tested for it. Here's the thing, is she was not a match to him, but the fact that she tried to be a match for him, for whatever reason, moved him up on the donation list. So now he is like next in line to get a kidney. And I just thought this story, it brought so much attention to that too, because they said, we don't know how many people know that when you ask to be a donor, that does put a light on the person who is the recipient. And
That's
a lot
incredible.
of people who need organs and tissue and whatnot, a lot of them don't know this, and people who donate don't know this. So this story specifically is about that, about getting the word out about how if you are just planning to donate a kidney and it doesn't come to fruition, it can still help somebody
Help your
involved.
chances. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is really cool. And I guarantee you not many people know that.
Well,
so
and honestly,
way to spread the word, Katie.
I
That's
worked
awesome.
with the Donor Dash people last year, and
cool.
it is really, really interesting to know how many people in the state of Colorado alone are in need of some kind of organ and tissue donation. So if this is something you're interested didn't, definitely look into it. But a nice little local story. And shout out to that woman in Boulder,
Yes.
Elena.
Good
We see
human.
you.
Good
Yes.
human alert.
I love that.
That is awesome. Well, that's going to do it for Trending with JKJ here. And we do have to take, whoa, that's loud. We have to take one more look at traffic here. This is our last traffic check of the day. Aaron, what you got for us, buddy? Woo! Teddy Swims.
Love him.
My goodness. Denver's best music, Mix 100 with JKJ, Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning. Just Katy and Josh today as Jer is out sick. He'll be back tomorrow. I can almost guarantee that.
Yeah, he doesn't do back-to-back sick days.
No.
No.
You feel guilty. I mean, you really do. You're like,
absolutely.
oh, gosh. Even though you probably need it. Like, you really, he's pretty sick.
Yeah, he could not function this morning.
He was not stringing sentences together correctly. And we're like, do you need an Uber home, buddy?
He had to, like, close one eye. I'm like, what is happening with you? Like, oh my gosh.
And it's so funny because, like, we love this job. Like, we've all talked about it. This is, like, the best job in the world.
Yeah.
I love what I do. You love what you do. Jeremy loves what he does. It's so much fun to come here and work with you guys, especially because you guys are people that I've known for so long. It's been such a good time with this show. Feels almost, Katy, like I hit the lottery.
Oh!
And we're going to be talking about this lotto story. How about that? Bing!
Yes.
Check mark. Hit the story. Katy, what do we got here? We're talking about a lottery winner, right?
We are. Big cash money, Josh. So, and this is actually kind of a concerning story here because a Texas woman, she won the lottery. She actually won $83.5 million.
Holy.
One of those big jackpots. Oh, yeah, she won some change. But she has not been publicly identified. She did buy these tickets via the Jackpot app. So are you familiar with this?
No, look, I don't do this stuff, so
Okay.
I'm not. I've never bought myself any type of lottery thing.
Okay.
It's just not. I just know I'm going to lose, and that's probably the bad attitude to have. That's a loser's attitude.
You
Josh.
can't be in it if you don't win, or you can't win it if you ain't in it.
But
There
like,
it is.
I work hard for my money, and I don't want to just throw it away. To be
I
honest,
get
and
it.
that's kind of how it feels a little bit.
I get it.
But not with a lady that wins 84 million, 83.
Almost, yeah, 83.
I mean, that's unbelievable. So no, I'm not used to the apps. But what do they do, Katy?
Well, so this app essentially it buys lottery tickets on people's behalf for a fee, and some Texas lawmakers believe it is illegal. So
okay. So wait, time out. Because
Yeah.
Texas, you can't play the lottery, right? Or is it a
That's
gambling
it.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so Texas, yeah. So I used to live in Texas, and they're actually very strict gambling laws still.
Yes,
Which is
so-
so funny. We would go to a different state. To a place called WinStar Casino, and we would go play the gambling games there.
Yeah.
But that was in Oklahoma, so that's funny. Okay, so Texas, you can't gamble there.
Yeah, but that's the thing is they bought it with these app, and she bought it with this app, and she played by all the rules. She's still playing by all the rules, and she expects that she should be paid, but it's in litigation now. So the Texas Lottery Commission has said it would decide whether or not it's going to pay it out after the investigation is over. So we're going to have to wait until after the investigation. But yeah, can you imagine if you won $83.5 million now?
Life-changing money, by the way.
Lottery.
Like life-changing.
I mean, your grandkids will have money with that kind of sum.
Spend it
so
right.
it's just mind-boggling to me that they are being, I guess, chastised for this. They're saying that we don't know if we want to give you this money, and
Well, I hate
we
that.
won't know until this investigation's over. So we're going to be waiting some time. But gosh, wouldn't you just be so mad right now? Like I would be so.
I'd be throwing
irritated.
things. I'd be kicking doors. I'd be throwing things. What the heck?
Exactly. So we'll keep you updated. We'll let you know if this lady gets her money. But I say they need to give it to her.
Oh my
I say
gosh,
they do.
absolutely. She
Yeah.
deserves it. That's terrible. Come on, give her the money.
Come on.
Katy.
We did it!
We did it! Look at that! Look
Oh
at
my gosh.
that! Oh my goodness!
You know
Denver's
what?
best music with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Just Katy and Josh today.
I'm so proud of us, Josh.
Katy, we can breathe a sigh of relief. We were sweating it out there for a little bit.
We didn't burn anything down. We didn't ruin anything.
My pits were sweaty.
I had to wipe my brow a few times because, yeah.
It's so funny just because, like, you really don't know. Jeremy does so much for this gosh darn show.
Yeah.
And he does it so well, like seamlessly.
Yeah.
That you don't really realize all that goes into it. And because what everyone hears is just our voices when we pop on the air
and the music
and talk and the music and stuff. But there is 1.5 million things. And I hope you guys have seen, like, on YouTube, which, by the way, we do have our YouTube live. It was live today. It'll be live tomorrow. That's all presented by Safeway. Thank you so much, Safeway, for sponsoring that YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
And I'm going to read that because I need to. Safeway, shop online and get easy delivery or free pickup. Get the same prices, deals, and rewards as in store. You can shop their weekly ads, clip deals, and earn points. Get started at Safeway.com or in the Safeway app. And when on Safeway's YouTube channel, or sponsored by Safeway, excuse me, you could see Katy and I's like panicked faces. You're like, oh my gosh, we got to get all this going.
There's a few times you're like, come over here and help me. And I'm like,
I was like, yeah. And look, I think you and I make up one Jeremy.
You know what? That's all that I asked for.
And that's all we needed today.
We got her done, Josh.
Again, thank you guys so much for, honestly, the nicest texts to Katy and I, and then also to Jeremy, wishing him well. The people that used our voice app on Mix 100 Denver, tap that app. You guys used your voice and you you sent in a voice message to us wishing Jeremy well as well. We will be sending him those. So thank you so much, Katy. I got a goodbye story for you.
You do? Look at you being like Jer.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've worked with him for so long. He's rubbing off on me. This is just hilarious. It is a stupid criminal story, I guess. A woman in, you can guess it, Florida.
Oh,
a woman in Florida is... She's facing charges for robbing a Dairy Queen at gunpoint, I might add.
No,
at gunpoint.
DQ.
What do you think she stole? She stole, what, Blizzards, ice cream? What do you think? Money, obviously.
Butterscotch dip cone. That's what I'd go for all day.
That probably cost more than what she got away with. She held them at gunpoint and stole $1.50. 44-year-old Allison Fetting flashed a gun at a Dairy Queen near Fort Lauderdale, Florida, told the cashier to give her all the money in the register. But she didn't know that in the register and the tip jar, there was only $1.50 in there. So she got away with $1.50, which is funny because if you steal money, you'd think that's like a massive felony charge. But I thought there was holding someone at gunpoint, that's the felony.
That is the felony.
But to steal a certain amount of money, you have to steal a certain amount of money for that to be a felony charge. Yeah. So I think the $1.50 is only a misdemeanor.
It's only a misdemeanor.
Hilarious.
But again, pulling out that gun, that's what did her in.
Can you imagine going through the trouble of robbing somebody and to just come away with $1.50?
You'd really feel stupid about yourself.
You're going away in the cuffs thinking, this wasn't worth it.
There's a bank right there.
You can't even bail yourself out.
You can't. You're really screwed now.
Stupid criminals. Well, that's going to do it for us today.
Hey.
We got Big Rob coming up next, and he has 90 minutes of commercial-free music starting at 11:30.
He's also got your next flight code.
He's got your next flight code. What time is that at, Katy?
Play at Coldplay. It happens at 1:10.
So Big Rob's got all the good stuff. Keep it here at Mix 100, and hopefully Jeremy will be better tomorrow. Thank you guys so much.
Crossed.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.